I need to get some rest, but I need your seed.
Why?
Well, to sleep with it.
And as you fall, Enwin is still on his feet. The rest of you fall and break all of the tables inside of the Cheshire Club. To which Bo goes, "Come on!"
Best day ever!
Group, though. He would work with the group because he likes Cass, and that would just be really, really awkward on the battlefield.
What?
I don't think that's an awkward. Perfect person to protect Cass. I
Wait,
like
what?
it. Let's go.
I'm still
I
here.
don't need protection.
I'm still here. At the...
I know you are, sweetie.
Chris,
It's okay.
shh. The adults are talking. Shh.
Oh,
One
alright.
second, buddy.
I like it. I'm gonna. What did
Chris
you think
likes
of
Cass?
I like.
What have you been?
Ibs was a little pretentious.
Abs was
And
my
for
favorite.
me.
I like Bob.
Thanks, Perry.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, the crew needs me.
You go, and I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh my God.
And he nods his head. And he nods his head and walks you over to the door. And just sort of opens the door.
Oh man.
There was mouth stuff poison? Oh yeah.
No smell stuff.
That came out wrong, sorry.
Sorry. I could not laugh.
Person has died, Ryan. A little decorum,
Death
please.
due to mouth stuff. Come on. Get over it.
I'll go home
Smack
now.
him across the face. I'm like, wake up.
All right, you smack Ryan across the We're set up in these stands or floating above the water. Have never seen a ship cross the finish line, but first. And they all watch as the first thing they see is Monkey C. Written along the side of the ship, crossing and backwards. And you have crossed the finish line. Congratulations, crew. You have won the first high lock race for the briefest of seconds. Let them be. Let them love and hurt and change and tell stories and die fighting and pouring drinks and doing the right thing even though it hurts. Just let them be. We can give them that. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is what day of the week is it? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We had Wonder last night. Up is down, black is white, cats and dogs living together. Hi. It's Wednesday night. It's time for a little D&D here on Indigo Chameleon. Come on in. The water's fine. If we had water,
You have water?
we don't have water. But if we did, it'd be fine. We have a Discord here on Indigo Chameleon. It's a cool place for you to come and hang out, like a digital fun place that you can find memes and ask questions about D&D and find our most up-to-date schedule. It's pretty great. We also have a merch store, and you can buy cool stuff at that merch store, like merch. and mugs and T-shirts and shower curtains.
Ooh,
That's
do
a
you
thing.
guys have merch?
We do have merch.
We
Yeah.
do not have the shower curtains.
We do not have the shower curtains.
Well, then I don't want it.
No, the site has shower curtains. I kid you not. It
Oh.
has customizable
it
Karma
absolutely
shower
does.
curtains. Captain Slaymore. Welcome, Captain. Thank you for the bits, sir. Help us
Can
keep
we
the lights
get
on.
shower curtains with just a likeness of the scribe on them?
Those are in the works.
Now they are.
You let me know.
I
I
will.
got my money ready.
Yes, custom
DM,
ordered.
Your DM while you BM?
That's weird.
Oh my god! If you can get one where you're like sitting next to me while I'm on the on the toilet, that would be amazing.
Just me like motivational sayings like
Yeah.
you can do it. I give you inspiration. Like your number one DM for your number two. Like yeah.
Ready to try.
So wow, this is taking a weird turn.
So this is how tonight's gonna be.
This is how tonight's going to be. We upcoming schedule for this week. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. Tomorrow night we go to the Lost Isle. It's our mixture of science fiction and D&D and historical fiction because I'm a nerd for that sort of stuff. Currently the group is in the ghost dimension. It is their turn to explore the afterlife. And so I'm very excited. Some fun twists and turns tomorrow night with that. On Friday, we go back to Neverland, where last week we had our very first player death. Those death saves just hit him in the wrong place, and one of our players died, and luckily there was a spell to bring them back, but it was reincarnate. So we rolled randomly on the table, and sure enough, they came back, but as an orc. Rather than what they were originally. So check us out for Orc Gunslinger funness on Friday night. It's pretty great. And then on Tuesday, very nice, my life. On Tuesday we go to Wonderland. With a continuation of as we push ever closer towards the end of Wonderland, which is going to transition into Wanderlust, an exploration of Wildmount. Which I am stoked. It's always fun to start a brand new campaign, but even more terrifying when it's a world that already exists and you love it so. So that's going to be on Tuesdays. And then stay tuned. There's been a couple of people that have seen this particular one-shot and Icky V's one-shot that have been like, hey, you know, it'd be fun doing this. And I'd be like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to steal it. So I've stolen a bunch of ideas from people, and now I have all of these stolen ideas that I want to make into one shot. So I think
That's the best way to think up at things is to steal other ideas.
it really is.
It's genius.
But I think do you remember the nursing home one? I think I'm going to do that this coming week.
No. Yes?
Yeah. All right, so
Yes?
here's the deal. Somebody sent me the idea of heroes that have long since passed their adventuring days, living in a nursing home that ride out for one more adventure. That decide to leave. So everyone's going to be playing senior citizens. And I can think of no better person to lead this ragtag group than Indigo Gma. Who is going to play in that? So
no, she's not.
Indigo Gma is going to play in it. She doesn't even know until right this second. But Indigo Gma will talk.
Say what?
So yeah, stay tuned to our Discord and the recruitment tab. If you got a little bit of extra free time this week and you want to play even more D&D with me and others. So yeah, and yeah, that guy does. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I think that's it for announcements. Previously on the Patchwork Circus, this ragtag group of ex-circus performers have banded together to form a little patchwork family. We have a few individuals. This was going to be a little tiny mini arc, but because the audience may not get to spend as much time with you, and it's been a while for each of you, let's go around the table and say who it is we're playing tonight. Relis, you just put food in your mouth, so we're not going to start with you. Bob, let's start with you. Just give us a little description of Bob the Ferocious.
I'm Bob the Ferocious. I am a halfling who has a Maul, he lovingly calls Nancy, that he likes to swing around to great effect. I grew up working around the circus, protecting it, helping people out, and being the strong man because I can lift anything.
God. Tad, tell us a little bit about your character.
Yes, I'm Robin Greybeard. I'm basically the dad of this company because I need to keep an eye on all 4 of these people. Because sometimes Bob are actually ringmaster. He doesn't keep an eye on everything, so I am been tasked to do it. I am very interested in as much knowledge as I can figure out. So I actually came to the circus trying to find more information about the circus, and I've actually been holding on to this note from my best friend that I lost long ago.
Very good. And Jupiter Wits End. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Hello. I'm playing Rosie. I'm also a halfling. I do puppets. I like children. My parents used to have a circus. That didn't go so well. So now I'm hanging out with the Patchwork Circus just to have a fun time.
Very good. Aurelius, now that you've eaten your food and I'm not putting you on the spot, tell us a little bit about your character.
Hiya everyone, I'm Aurelius, necromancer, and sort of was put into this Patchwork Circus as the healer since my family wanted to get rid of me because I wasn't really good at healing, and that's sort of their whole thing. Not quite so good at it, but I'm really good with dead bodies. And I also now have an undead monkey, so I've talked a lot. This is a lot of interaction for me. I'm going to stop now.
And Kat, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Kat. Kat is a halfling. She is small and quite often not noticed. Even in her circus, which wasn't the greatest circus and not a very successful circus, she was unnoticed until she became the star of the circus because she's a druid and she turned into a tiger and an elephant and some other things in the circus. But most people didn't actually know that was her, so still kind of unnoticed. Anyway, she's here with these people now. It's good. We're having adventures. We're learning things. Or not.
That's the unofficial tagline of Indigo Chameleon. We're learning things, or not. So the Patchwork Circus stumbled upon a small town that was running into a major problem. The town's some of the children in the town had disappeared because a performer had come in. Happy Jack, a smiling clown who set up shop in the middle of this town through a series of events, including a zombie monkey, some rather cranky automatons that didn't like being destroyed, and a woman playing the organ, and a rather obnoxious Danny DeVito hippo. The group has now found themselves inside of Jack's Funhouse, and that is immediately where we are going to pick up. So, heroes. Bob, I think when last we checked, your knee was feeling great.
Man,
you were doing great. And Kat, you were
best I thought years.
Kat, you were actually considerably younger the last time that we saw you, and you had all just stumbled upon a odd-looking weapon that had a serrated blade, and it kind of moved with a little motor inside. I say all of you, but that's not true. Aurelius is being very considerate and is queued currently in the red velvet queue, and you guys are all still in the employees section. So, Legend Hillary, we see you over there. Hello. So,
Hi, Hillary.
So what would you guys like to do?
Cute.
Occasionally you will hear the random sounds, the call of the Aurelius, just saying the word Q over and over again.
I'm definitely interested in exploring the rest of these rooms, but we could always go explore out there and then come back in here.
I want to make sure that Bob gets this chainsaw that we found. Because I definitely don't need something like that. It's just not me.
Bob's eyes are gonna light up, and
But
he's
Bob,
gonna go.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're a bad boy, I will take this away.
He's gonna say, "Where'd you find this?"
I found it on where the employee was.
In one of the rooms.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna start kicking in all the doors to the rooms, and see if there's anything.
Okay.
Unless someone stops me. This is amazing. I want more.
Okay.
There's stuff like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I just turn to the next door and kick it in.
How many rooms were there again? I would say like 8.
There were 6, 8, something. Yeah, something like
There
that.
were 8. The one at the far end of the hallway is opened, and it was the only one that was opened, and that's the one that you had sent your found pixies into. Okay, so the room next to the one that you kick open. Go ahead and as you kick that door open, it looks to be somewhat of an empty storage room. You see a supply closet with some random supplies and stuff like that. Some puddles of mysteriously dried liquid. Different stains on the wooden floor. If you want to search through some of the refuse in the room, Bob, you are welcome to. But it looks
That
like
sounds
just
gross.
yeah, it's a little gross.
No, that just sounds. There's nothing cool in here.
Okay.
So I'll go to the next door unless anybody says anything to say.
Okay, sure. You can go.
Rosie actually is cheering him on. Rosie's standing behind me like, yeah, kick it.
I don't know.
One more room, Bob. That's it, and then we have to go.
Hey, Grouch Couch. What's up, man? Bob, you have a choice. You can do the room right next to the one you're in, or you can do the one across the hall from you.
Let's go across the hall.
Okay. Oh, okay. So as you go across the hall and kick that door open, you would see the exhausted and battered form of a sleeping human. They are sort of cuddled up with looks to be piles of clothing, and they're snoring. And they occasionally will do these little when a dog is dreaming and you get the paws moving a little bit. You'll see this person randomly go through that. They look to be wearing the traditional outfit of a worker there that you guys have come to notice, the orange pants, which is definitely not modeled after my time working at the Nickelodeon Hotel here in Orlando. But you
He's gonna look over my shoulder and be like, "Found a guy."
You found someone.
We're
Yeah.
not supposed to
Okay,
get back here, so don't wake him up yet.
Do they look bad?
He's right. Just come step up to the door. You can see. He's right there.
All right.
I was looking underneath his armpit.
Cat and Jonathan, give me. How close are we getting? Are we just kind of staying outside the door? Or are we getting up close?
I'm getting my head inside the door, but I'm looking for any more water stuff before I step all the way in because I've already de-aged 12 years, a whole bunch of years.
Give me an investigation check on the door, please.
That's a 7.
Looks fine.
It looks great.
I'm gonna do an investigation check on the door.
Okay, you're gonna stop Cat from going in?
Yes. Hold on there, Cat. Let me check this out really quick.
Okay.
Let's...
It looks good to me. I don't know what the problem is.
All right. No, hold on. I got a 18.
There's a small cup of water.
Cat, if you there's water. Remember what happened last time? Let's not do that again.
Can we get a stick or something? Is there anything around me where I can get something and knock that water down?
Honestly, just noticing it, if you would like to knock it down, I would say that would just be a regular...
I can ask one of the little pixies to knock it down for me without getting wet.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You have the pixie knock the little cup of water, and the water spills harmlessly to the ground. Mesa, you don't have to do that. That is definitely the outfit that I wore at the Nickelodeon Hotel here in Orlando. So, but there is a gentleman sleeping inside. Cat, give me another investigation check.
Oh, does he look really elderly? Did you say he was elderly? You didn't say that. Okay.
No,
I was going to pour some water on him and help him out.
Battered, right?
You have spilled the cup of water.
Yeah, I was going to see if there's any left, or maybe in another room I could just dump it on him, but I'm not going to do that yet. So
Okay.
He's okay.
I'll say this. There's a few drops left in the cup. Would you like to pour it on the individual?
Not yet. He's not that old. He's fine. I'll give him a choice. I was just going to help him out.
+5 for a roll tonight, Smoochie. By your good buddy Legend Hillary, who sent she's going old school.
Thanks, Hillary.
Okay. I need investigation checks. If we're getting up close and personal with this sleeping gentleman, if we're staying outside, we're just kind of scoping out the room. I need a perception check.
Yeah, I'm all up in there.
You all up in there? So, Cal.
I'm gonna stay outside the room, so
Okay.
I'll do the perception.
13 perception check.
13 perception. Here's
11.
There's a sleeping guy in the room. Urban, you also see the sleeping guy in the room.
See everything.
I got a 7.
A 7.
Not great.
You're not sure what this thing is in the room. Cat.
Oh, I thought that was. Oh no, 4.
There's a.
Oh wait, it was perception, not wait.
No,
investigation.
you're
It was
getting up
perception?
close and personal with the guy.
So it was perception, not no. It was investigation. Okay, yeah, that's still a 4.
Still a 4. Yeah. Yeah. You guys take a look, and he just looks to be in a fitful form of slumber.
He looks sleepy.
Maybe we should wake him up.
Maybe we should let him sleep so we don't get kicked out.
You should send one of your pixies to really get up close with him.
Oh.
I'm just gonna walk in and shake the dude on the shoulder and try and wake him up. I hear him all doing all this.
What is it? Can't you see that I'm sleeping?
Yes. Why are you sleeping on the job? That just seems like rather bad.
Because I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just need.
Why are you tired?
It's not my turn. It's not my turn to be on at the moment. I'm just. It's not my turn to be on.
So who's supposed to be on? Is it the dead guy then?
What?
There's some dead guy in the other room.
No. He doesn't need to wake up.
I'm sorry. What do you mean he doesn't need to wake up?
He gets a long break.
You're happy he's dead?
No, because I prefer the long break.
Oh, you want to be dead in his place?
Did you need something?
Confused.
Yeah, we're looking for your boss.
Oh, yes, he's probably a little ways inside of the maze of the attraction. Do you all work here?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, we were supposed to help with the kids.
Bob and Yerabit, the least charismatic individuals in the group, go ahead and give me deception checks, please. As Rosie the Bard says, maybe. And both of you go, absolutely, we do.
We are working and we are here. Thus.
So I rolled
No.
I rolled a 1, but I also have a -1 on deception. So I basically rolled a 0.
Well, I rolled a 10, so.
He's old tonight, y'all.
So good at this.
You are.
So we're gonna switch dice on that one and not roll that dice.
You are so good at this.
I'm sorry. 11. I rolled an 11.
Okay. He starts screaming. He just it's an incoherent scream as he just starts trying to push you all. He looks a little weakened in this particular state, but he starts trying to just push you out of this room. Screaming incoherently as he's trying to forcefully eject you from this space. Kat and Rosie, do you go willingly? Everybody else is sort of outside of this space. Do the two of you go, or do you stay in here and try to fight him off?
I'm going to ask one of my pixies to cast sleep on him.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
But, oh shoot, I think I have to hit him before that.
No.
Because I can't remember what the rule is with sleep.
He is going to purposely, he is going to, that's all he's ever wanted. He is going to pass out back to sleep and fall to sleep in the corner of this room.
All right, so my lying sucks. So I'm sorry about that, guys.
See, if you had just thought
It's all
about
right,
it, you would
covered for
realize
you.
you weren't lying. You just have to think about it in the right way.
Aurelius,
Yeah.
let's cut to you. As you are queued up, you are at the end of your queue. As you see a sign welcoming you past this queue to the Mirror Maze. You have been here for quite some time because your party members are currently exploring the employee-only section, but the joke's on them. You will be first once they decide to queue up. However,
She has
before you is a very interesting opening to the Mirror Maze past this particular area. You see off on the side an advertisement. Okay? And the advertisement is listing some of the attractions here. One of the things that they list that you are able to see is the Mirror Maze, which you are somewhat close to. The next spot that they talk about is the wraparound room, which looks to be a big circular space that sort of rotates and moves around. And the last place that is talked about is the balloon pop.
Are there any descriptions that I can see under these, or are they just like the Mirror Maze, balloon
Now
pop?
it's written. It says the Mirror Maze, balloon pop. It's that bright, flashy, like da 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 da, like. But if you would like to leave your queued space and investigate the poster closer, you might be able to look. But you would have to leave your current spot in line.
The old usual trap.
Okay.
She's going to look between the two and then call out to everyone else. Say, hey, everyone, there seems to be an entrance that has materialized in front of me, and there's an advertisement for what's inside. Perhaps we should come all take a look. I am
we have to go back here so you can take a look yourself.
What's holding
Just get out of
you up?
line. You can just get out of line. Don't worry. Your spot will be fine.
You clearly don't know the rules about queuing. Everyone just come back over here.
As Aurelis says, come back over here. A tiny, about let's say about this big, red ball rolls out of the doorway alongside the floor and hits your foot.
Abso-freaking-lutely not.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. A second red ball rolls and joins this one.
Hey, can we? I'm starting to get a bit nervous out here. There's little red balls rolling all on the ground, and I don't like being out here by myself. But I'm not going to leave my spot. So someone can please help.
Just
I think Rosie will go ahead and run over.
I need to
Just get out of line. There's nobody there.
All right.
That's because I'm in line. You should be in line.
Rosie's going to head back. As Rosie, you leave this group and to catch up to Aurelis. What are the rest of you doing? Are you opening up the rest of the doors here in this space? Are we...
He just kicked open all the doors and then just went in the first one? He just kicked open the first one.
I told him he only had one door more he could kick open.
And he chose to kick open that door. And it was the sleeping man.
So I know he's not going to be kicking open anymore?
If
Probably.
you listen to Dad...
Can I investigate this room where this guy has been sleeping in? See if there's anything else in here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. That is a 21.
A 21. You start examining the room. You realize that this is an old costume shed. That a lot of like, it looks like different things were stored in this particular area. And as you're digging through the costumes with a 21, with a 21, go ahead and give me 2d6, please.
That'd be a 12.
Wow.
Okay, you find something odd. You find...
I keep finding odd things.
You do. You find I don't know how to describe this. So think a small cylinder. Okay.
Okay.
About yay big. Okay, like they would like load into something. The cylinder is glittery.
Ooh.
It's pretty heavy in your hand. But it's just got a very glittery texture to it. I'll say that you are able to find. You're able to find two of these little glittery cylinders, about as big as your hand. They're a little heavy in your hand, but you are able to find two of them in an old coat, in the front pocket of the coat.
Okay.
So when I'm standing there and I see them dealing with this guy and putting him back to sleep, and then I'm like, there's just a bunch of clothes, and I see him investigating and stuff, I'm just gonna be like, this is so boring, and turn around, and the other door I didn't open, I'm gonna walk over, look over my shoulder at him, and just open the door instead of kicking it open.
Do you see this?
Yeah, I'm following him because I was getting ready to do the same thing to a different door. But it wasn't going to be like that. What I was going to do was I was going to walk down the hallway, like on the side that we're on, and as I'm walking towards wherever they are, because that doesn't sound as interesting as opening doors, I was going to try the next door, and if the handle turned, I was going to use gust to push it open. So I technically did not push open the door on my own.
Okay.
It just
I was
opened.
told not to kick open any more doors. I could only kick open one more.
Since you two are going around opening doors, I'm going
Just
to.
one?
Just one?
Well, he opened one, I opened one. That's one each.
Okay. Bob, the door you open is another empty space. Okay.
Boring. Next door.
Cat's is locked.
Oh, well, if I can't open it, then I go to the next one and find one that's unlocked so I can bust the door open.
Empty storage space.
I bet they keep the cool stuff in the locked one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What are you guys doing out there?
You shouldn't.
Nothing.
kick it open. Is there another way to open a door that's not kicking it open? Can you punch it or something?
Yep. And I pull out my maul and I'll slam it on the handle of the door.
Okay.
What was that?
Nothing.
All right. I need to.
I dropped my something.
Okay. So here's what you find yourselves.
She's okay.
This room is considerably larger than any of the others. Okay. However, it is extremely hard to see into this room because forming a crisscross pattern across the room is yarn.
Ooh.
So think of a murder board, like where somebody like connects the pieces of yarn, but it's everywhere. Like it is almost a spider web-esque. Like you can't really see into the room because of all the different multicolored.
Are the spaces small enough for a pixie to fly through?
Possibly. It's very tight.
I'm going to ask them, I'm not going to tell them, I'm going to ask them very nicely if they could safely go in and fly around without touching any of the ropes to look around, but say if they feel unsafe, they can come back.
Using the Pixie's dex, give me a dex check, please.
Ooh.
How many hit points does the Pixie have?
1!
Okay.
God.
They have really good dex, though. It's +5. That was a 19, so that's a 24.
Okay. The Pixie flies through the room, and you hear a few little grunts and things as it flies through the room and then comes out and says, "There's a big hole in the middle of the ground."
Did you see what was inside the hole?
No, you just told me to see what was in the room.
Ooh. Do fairies have... Was it a dark hole in the ground?
No, there was more of those strings.
That were down in the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't want to go in and see what was inside the hole, too?
Okay.
Wouldn't that be...
And they fly back inside. Could be another dex check.
Oh, no. 18?
Okay. Give me a second dex check.
Rolling really good. That's 18 plus 5. 23.
You hear a small voice from inside the room say, "It goes on for a really long way. Do you want me to keep going?"
I guess not. Come on back.
Okay, one more dex check.
18 again.
Okay, they fly back out. Aurelis and Rosie.
Yeah.
As Rosie walks up, the red balls that are collecting at Aurelis's feet seem to float, not float, but sort of roll on the ground from sights unseen. But as
Wait, can I grab one? I want one so bad.
Absolutely, you can grab one.
Yay!
How close is she to me?
Pretty close.
Can I make a contested check to see if I can stop her hand?
No!
Yes, give me contested dex checks.
I'm living by it like you, so she's gonna instinctually try to stop you.
I got a 6.
I got 11.
Okay, so Rosie, you reach forward, you're like, ooh, pretty shiny red ball. And Aurelis leans forward and just sort of grabs your hand to prevent you from reaching down and grabbing one of the balls.
She's gonna, like, realize that she's, like, holding your hand and be super awkward about it. And just, like, I just think perhaps maybe we should not touch those, creepy red balls rolling out of nowhere in a house of horrors. I mean, as much as I love it and I really want to see what happens, I sort of like you, so I don't want anything bad to happen. Yeah.
You like me?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Aww. You're so sweet, even though you are like quiet and weird sometimes. You're so sweet.
Thank you.
It's a little touching moment.
They just started rolling out towards us, and I really don't know what they're for. As much as perhaps, I don't know, maybe we could get a Bob to touch them.
He does love to touch weird things that he shouldn't touch, so that's definite.
Do you think, should we get him out here to touch them? That could be fun.
I mean, we shouldn't not get him out here to touch him. Let's just call for him, and I'm going to call Bob to the room.
Okay, Bob, you hear a voice being like, "Oh, Bob," as Rosie is summoning you. We're gonna cut back to the other group.
Oh, but before you, what do you think would happen if we burned the ropes?
Probably catch on fire.
I know, but then they'd clear out and we could go look through the room, right? I mean, I don't have anything to start fire with, so this may all be without point. But maybe somebody else or you, I don't know, could set them on fire. I'm just wondering what would happen. They seem kind of pointless at the moment.
I don't know. Do we want to set them on fire?
I'm gonna look around it in the room. Did Urban?
You know what?
Urban
We should
come out
probably
yet?
ask the old man.
Okay. Did he come out of the room yet?
He'd probably know best.
I'm still looking at the cylinder thing.
And I'll head out to the queue.
Am I able to try and find out any more information about these?
Yeah, tell you what, pal. Just give me a straight up intelligence check. Roll a d20, add your intelligence to this. And don't forget you got a +5 if that mystery is weighing on you.
I have so I got a 14.
Okay. You are. This is not a specialty of yours, and in your particular wizarding like school of magic, you're confused as to what this might be used for. It looks like a projectile, but it looks very heavy. You don't know if Bob would have the dexterity to be able to take something and like throw this at something. But if you had a means of propelling it, it might be something. But throwing it, you're not sure it's either that or it might fit into a puzzle of some sort. It looks the two of them look to be of equal size. That's what I'll give you with a 14.
I'm gonna keep them then.
Okay. Kat's standing outside of a room with a very big smile on her face, and she's kind of like just staring at you as you come out of the room.
Yes, Kat?
Look at that room. It is a room full of a maze of strings, and at the center of the room is a gigantic, endless, deep hole full of more mazes of strings. And I'm thinking, if we burn the strings, we can see what's in the room. Do you have a match?
I don't have a match.
Can
but
you start
I
a
do-
fire?
I guess I can start a fire.
Would you start a fire?
I don't know if I feel safe doing this. You know what? Hold on, let me check something.
So you walk into a room.
No, I didn't walk into the room yet.
So
I
you,
just
you
want him
see
to
a
set
room with
fire.
random yarn, pieces, strings. Someone has taken meticulous time, and your
said,
first
what do
thought
you
is
think
to
if?
okay.
Why not?
Honestly, what if we try throwing something at the string and see what happens when it hits the string?
Oh, that's a good
But
idea
not be in the
too.
room.
That was probably an even better idea. We should do that first.
Okay. Bob, do you have anything we could throw?
Ooh, there's some balls out there. Aurelis just mentioned there were balls being thrown at her or kicked or something. We can take one of those and
They're
throw
all
them at the
coming
string.
together.
It's all coming
It's
together.
all coming together.
So there's balls out there now. All
Yes,
right.
do you want me to go get one and we'll throw it at the string?
Yes, go
Okay.
grab one.
I'm gonna run out and grab one of the balls.
Great. Great.
Bob would.
I was gonna say
okay if
I'm
it's a contested-
I'm coming out before that. So I
Bob,
don't know
you're
if
gonna-
I
Yeah,
can grab it before
unless he
that.
already grabbed one.
Bob,
but
you're
yeah.
gonna get there first.
Yeah.
You see Aurelis and Rosie. Are you guys still holding hands, or is it just like the moments passed? Or
Oh, as soon as she realized that she was like,
yeah,
Rosie's very sad. She enjoys holding hands.
yeah.
most awkward.
As you walk into this, Aurelis and Rosie turn to look at you, and so does so does the monkey, who just kind of looks at you and like takes his hat off and like puts the hat back on as you walk into the scene.
And they're both like,
Yeah. Yeah. Bob?
"What's up? You guys called for me."
Yes, we have these mysterious balls that we would love for you to touch.
They're very weird and mysterious. You could throw them at things.
We're definitely not brave enough to do it ourselves, so.
Oh, yeah, we need someone real brave and real strong.
If you lose a limb, could I keep it?
Sorry, I'm having a hard time because of phrasing. Appropriate. Okay. These little red balls on here.
3 red and 1 green, Bob.
3 red and 1 green.
Hmm?
Why? What's with these? I'll pick one up.
Which one do you pick up?
Which one?
I don't know. There's 3 red, 1 green.
Great.
Right? It's gonna be a red one.
Okay. Give me a death
Rosie's
saving
gonna
throw.
take a step back.
You
No,
said dex
No.
saving throw.
no, a death saving throw. I'm kidding. I'm
Death-
kidding. No. You're fine. You pick up the red ball. No, you're you're
Oh my
fine.
God.
Dex saving throw.
Money!
You pick up the red ball. It feels smooth, and I think as you pick up the red ball and look at it, and Kat would walk into the space just looking like she's on a mission.
Can I have that? I need to throw it at the string.
Yeah, and I'll toss it to her.
Okay. Okay. Now, Bob, I need an attack roll, please.
Oh, okay. Plus... 20.
Okay. A 20. Does that hit your AC?
Yes.
Uh,
Oh
B-
wait, let me
Bob,
double check. Probably.
Go ahead and give me
No,
a
yes.
give me a D4, please.
There you go.
Go ahead and roll the D4 for me. Art
Wow.
imitating life, imitating art.
3.
3. Okay, so a couple things happen. As Kat's like, "Hey, give me that ball," and Bob's like, "Okay." He throws it. It goes a little faster than you intended, Bob. Almost like just the simple act of throwing this ball gives it a little extra oomph. And as that ball goes flying forward, it dunk dunk like lands against your chest, and immediately you get this like kind of searing pain from behind your eyes as blood starts seeping out from Kat's eyes. She has these red streaks. You take 4 points of necrotic damage. And that ball kind of disappears the minute it hits you, and you've got red leaking out your eyes.
That was a bit much, don't you think?
Oh, can I tell that it's necrotic?
Can you tell it's necrotic? I mean, give me an Arcana check, Aurelius.
Is everything all right out there? I'm still waiting for that ball.
Well, I threw it at her, but I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared.
But I saw that he picked it up and it was fine.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do her thing, and I'm just gonna
An
go pick one
8?
up myself.
18.
18. Yeah, that was necrotic damage.
You know what? I'm just
Did you
gonna
say
get it
yeah?
myself.
You know it's necrotic.
Kat, would you mind coming over here so I can just give a quick study as to what just happened to you? You're bleeding from your eyes.
Yes. Sure. I'll go over there. I'll just pick up one of these here. Yes. Is that enough?
No. Just don't touch anything. Just come over here. Don't touch the blood. Leave it.
All right. Okay.
Just
Here.
take a look. Fascinating. Yes. And can I, with the Arcana check or do I do medicine? I want to see what kind of what caused it, what I can get from it.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be any physical pain. The ball was not thrown at her head, so whatever necrotic damage she just took, it seems to be from magical means, save from a detect magic, possibly, or it's going to be difficult to determine how that ball translated into bleeding from the eyes.
Well, then I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, as a ritual.
Is it a ritual?
It can be. I believe it is.
It's not normally like you can cast it and it's immediate, or you can cast it as a ritual, which takes like 10 minutes or something.
Probably gonna cast it as immediate.
Immediate, yeah. The balls light up. Okay. The red and the green both leak necrotic energy, necrotic magics.
Incredible. Does anyone have any sort of... Who has the jars? Did I give them to someone to hold? I would like to keep these. They're full of necrotic energy.
Jars?
Yes, I asked the townspeople for jars. I had jars, however, I don't have space for jars. So did one of you strong people... Are you holding them, or did I forget the jars?
May have given them to me, but I don't remember.
I don't have any jars.
I'll say that
I do not remember.
say that you are holding on to the jars.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to use Mage Hand to pick them one or two up and put as many as I can into the jar.
Other than the one Cat is holding, and one was thrown, so you get a red and a green.
Cool. She immediate scientific fascination, just still in the queue, but everything, she doesn't care about y'all anymore. She's studying them.
Okay, there's a red one left, right?
Yeah, you got
I
the
know
red
he
one.
picked up a red one without any hurt to him. So
She has a red and a green.
right.
You have
and
a red.
I've got the other red because there were three.
You pick
right?
it up in your hand.
I pick it up.
Okay.
I walk towards the room where Urban is.
Okay.
The string room.
Yep.
Did you get the? Are you all right? Is something happening?
No, my
while...
eyes were bleeding a little bit because Bob threw it at me and it made my eyes bleed. But I'm not going to heal it because honestly, it's really not that bad. I'll just wait till later. But
Bob.
Yeah.
Say you're sorry.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't throw it hard.
You need to mean it. I want you to mean it.
it's really not that bad. Honestly, the number of times I've...
Cat. Bob needs to apologize. This is not right. Bob, mean it.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Thank you.
It's okay.
My favorite thing is this conversation is happening
screaming
across the space. Like,
And after Bob apologizes, like through the wall or whatever, he's gonna look at Aurelius and be like, "What are you gonna do?"
Not paying attention to you.
All right.
So you have the ball, right?
Yes. I just don't want to hit you with it because I don't want your eyes to bleed too.
I would prefer that too.
Right. Okay. So you ready? So can I see where this hole is in this room?
no, you cannot.
It's just strings and strings to me.
It is. There are so many strings. You are not a 1-inch pixie that is able to go through. But the pixie said there's a hole in the middle of the room. You could try to toss it.
I'm going to. I know this is going to be some sort of percentage dice thing, but like I'm going to toss it towards the center of the room.
Okay. Give me. This is actually an attack roll because you are trying to push this ball past all of the strings and things of that sort.
What do I need to add to that?
Let's see your ranged attack. So your dexterity, if you're proficient in ranged attacks, yeah.
It's like a +4 probably.
+4.
Yeah, right there.
+4.
Okay, yeah. That's a 17 to hit.
Okay, you take the ball, you go, and you throw it, and it goes through some of the strings, and then kind of gets caught up in the web a little bit, until, after a bit of time, a slow tendril of yarn will kind of creep alongside the others, wrap around the ball, and pull it towards the center of the space.
I don't think we should go in there.
I agree. Let's just close this door and just forget that ever happened.
All right. I'm still up for burning the string.
Maybe we'll think about that. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Okay.
So I shut the door and I'm just like, wait.
Sure. All right. You head back towards the group. The group comes upon their first fork in the road. As Aurelius is at the front of the queue, and you see the posters outlining a couple of different attractions. Were you to walk past this, hi, what's up? Chubby Kobold Gaming. That's the greatest name I've ever heard. That's amazing. Welcome to the stream. As you are walking forward, Aurelius, do you go past the red queue rope now that the party has joined you?
Do I walk past the queue rope?
Right, so there's no employee there to tell you it is now your turn to walk forward. So blocking you, and this could be the hardest decision you make this game.
It will be.
It is a red velvet rope that is stopping you all, but in order to traverse further into the funhouse, you would have to unhook that red rope yourself or have someone in the party do so.
I mean, I'll do it.
Dear God. This goes against everything I know about queuing. Is the whole team, is everyone back together?
The whole team is back together.
Back together. All right. Did everyone read the advertisement for what is lying ahead of us?
No. I literally just got out here. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there's this poster over there. It says that there's a maze, a popping balloon, and a circular room. That's what lies ahead of us. But if we're going to continue further, we do have to break the rules and undo the queue ourselves, which I know is a complete abomination. But we do want to leave, so.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm totally on board with this. Let's do this.
Yeah, break the queue. It's not that hard.
Break the queue.
I think
Break
the question
the queue.
is, where do we want to go?
Do we have to choose?
So if you were to break the queue, there is a long hallway that seems to be where the balls were tossed down. As you walk down this hallway, are we breaking the queue? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the first thing that you spot, or hear rather, is you come into a sort of a large entryway. Inside of this entryway is a wall in front of you. Okay, and there are two paths that lead off. Okay, with a sign on this wall. Okay, from behind the wall, you hear these little. You hear these little like grunts and a whirring noise. It's almost a repetitive like shh, 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 shh. And you hear like human sounding grunts coming from behind the wall that's in front of you. On the wall in front of you is a sign pointing this way for the balloon pop. So we'll say left for the balloon pop. Win fabulous prizes. The balloon pop, and then to the right is the mirror maze. Okay?
I mean, valuable prizes is always a good thing. I don't like mirror mazes. That's always terrified me.
Also a good way to get unwary travelers into a trap by luring them in with the assumption that they're going to win a prize. A prize could be perhaps a bad thing for the person who wins it.
But also, I really like
Like
balloons.
a surprise.
What'd you say, Bob?
Like a surprise. A prize that's not always good. I'm just saying I understand what she's putting out there. That makes sense because there's a surprise, and their surprises are bad.
Hello to the Kobold Army that are rating us right now. Thank you guys so much. You guys are fantastic. Welcome to Indigo Chameleon Gang. So you guys have a big decision to make. And once again, there is that wall in front of you and that whirring noise. But is the group who all is? How about this? Some of you have impulse control issues. So how many of you are heading immediately towards this balloon pop area?
I kind of want to hear what's behind the wall.
Okay. Bob,
can I go listen at the wall?
Bob, you can. You can put your ear up to the wall, but
is there a door or window or something?
You realize that if you were to walk the right path, I'll give you this. If you walk the right path, or the left path, rather, for that amount, you're going to be able to just walk behind the wall. Like, you're going to be able to see. So, like, wall in the center, two paths, but if you were to walk forward a little bit, you'd be able to look behind.
Okay.
Do you want to listen or look?
I would go look.
Okay.
To be honest.
Behind this wall is a gentleman wearing a Funhouse employee gear, and he is riding a bike. He is pedaling as fast as those little legs can pump, and he's got a big old smile on his face. You see his feet are a little bloody as he pedals and pedals and pedals and pedals and pedals this bike, but just looks to be the happiest guy in the world. You just hear him repeating to himself almost and over again, like he's in a demonic spin class. Just keep on pedaling. This is the best. I love it. It's what I was made to do. Just have to keep pedaling. And as you come in, he gives you a small wave and keeps pedaling on the bike.
I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing?
I'm great, friend. How are you? Just gotta
Doing
keep
good.
on pedaling. You know how it is.
Yeah, I do. So what are you peddling?
Oh, this here, I'm not really sure. I've just been told to keep moving my legs.
Oh, who told you to do that?
Well, Jack, of course.
Oh, so he just told you to pedal and you're just pedaling?
Yep. You know it. We've all been there, right?
No.
Aurelius is gonna kind of go around to see what's going on and see this.
Yeah. You see this individual just pumping those little legs as hard as they can.
What happens if you stop pedaling?
I don't want to find out, right?
Right. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How old are you?
Oh, me? Well, let's see. Here. I guess I suppose this particular aspect of me is 30? That's
What
how
do
I
you
always
mean?
envisioned it.
How you always envisioned it? What do you mean aspect envisioned?
Well, I've been separated.
From?
My child.
You've been separated from your child?
It was a necessary evil.
From your inner child or literal child?
No, so they can be a child forever.
So you've been separated from your literal child so that they can be a child forever?
So they can enjoy the funhouse.
Got it. What's your child's name?
Well, my name is Briggs.
Your name is Briggs.
So, Briggs, what are you?
I'm the peddler, silly.
No, I mean, okay, well, what were you? I'm
Well,
confused.
I am Briggs.
You were Briggs.
And you have
Do
a
you-
child?
No.
You are your child, aren't you?
And he just kind of nods his head and keeps pedaling away on the bike.
So the child's name is Briggs and your name is Briggs because you were the same person?
Insight check. Cat?
Net one.
Yep. That's exactly how it is.
Do you remember anything from before you became the peddler?
No. Why would I?
Just wondering. You know, I'm gonna turn to Kat and Bob and say, I could be mistaken, but I think this might be one of the missing children.
What happens if you stop pedaling?
Don't.
Something like that.
Got it.
I kind of want to see what happens.
What if you get off the bike and we start pedaling it for you?
Nope. That's not your job.
Are there more of you who have specific jobs?
Oh, sure.
Sure, how many of you? Just so we can keep an eye out for you.
I mean, there's guaranteed to be 6 of us.
Got it. Yes. Do you, could we know the names so we can tell them that you say hello?
Absolutely. Well, there's me, Briggs. Lucy is here. Mervinia is also. Mervinia.
Oh, Mer, like M?
Mervinya. Boy, I love spelling when pedaling. It's like 2 of my favorite things.
Look at this, we're having a good time.
Yeah. Wendrid and Zaloxy.
I hate everything.
X-A-L.
Oh, I got that way wrong.
X-A-L-O-X-I.
Wait, you only listed 5. Who's the 6th?
You know, I
Briggs.
don't...
Briggs, Lucy, Mervinia, Wendrid, Zaloxy.
Mm-hmm.
Briggs.
I can't really remember. How funny is that?
Do you remember what their jobs are so we can look out for them?
Nope. Just gotta pedal.
Just got it. So they're all peddlers.
No, just me, silly goose.
Just you. Interesting. Just a moment. She's gonna turn back to Kat and Bob. I think he's not talking about the 6th one because it might be that dead gentleman you found, and perhaps when they pass away, so does their memory. I could be completely wrong. I'm just making a scientific assumption based on the evidence given to me now, but you know how it goes.
Bob has no idea how it goes with scientific thought.
But I
He's just
imagine
like-
Bob just shaking his head like, yes, I also have scientific thoughts.
Have you ever tried stopping pedaling?
Do you say that again?
Yes.
Okay.
I just said, have you ever tried? I want to know.
Sure. Yeah. He is going to go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh no.
It's the 2nd time from the same person. That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You are going to take 9 points of fire damage as he gets a really angry look on his face and sends a bout of flame from where he is seated on the bike and says, now, that's enough of that. My job is to pedal. And the fact that you would suggest I stop for 2 times means that you are trying to make me stop. And that's not what we're about here.
I was just scientifically curious.
We are so sorry for that. You know how people can get, they broke the queue. So we're learning our manners, aren't we, Kat? And we're not going to ask again, right?
Right.
So I'm
Bob
gonna,
is
I'm,
just
I'm gonna
sitting there
fucking
just,
come around the
like,
corner.
twitching.
Yeah, I was gonna say we would have heard the attack and come over probably.
Yep.
Why is this gentleman pedaling?
That's his job. He was
He's a
given the
peddler.
job. Pedal.
Duh.
Don't
He's
suggest
very
that-
Smart guy.
He gets very upset when we suggest that he stop, which he shouldn't. Isn't that right, Briggs?
That's right.
He throws fire.
He's gonna-
I'm sorry, you throw fire?
Well, if you suggest that he stop, don't do that.
I gotta say,
Oh, we should get him over to the string room.
I keep freaking out every time one of these kobolds follows us, and I'm like losing my mind over here and trying to maintain a good face. Because right now you guys are just killing it. I'm trying not to cry openly in front of all of these lovely players, but thank you guys. I see you. Yeah.
All right. We once again, Kat. We're not talking about that room anymore. Just hold off on that room.
Oh, should be out of stock. Yeah, we can jump on that. We'll get that fixed.
Okay. Actually, keep going. I'm looking up a spell.
Okay. Yeah. He keeps on pedaling. To your left is the balloon pop area, and to your right is the mirror maze.
Is the bike like where are the chains connected? Do they go into the floor? Do they go to the side? Do they go up? That the like mechanism is connected to.
Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Anonymous. You're the best. Thank you, Captain Slaymore. Give me a perception check, Rosie. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for helping us. This is fantastic. Perception check, Rosie, as you're kind of scoping out the area.
I got a 20.
A 20. You do notice connected to this bike is a large metal box. And leaving this metal box are some odd-looking metal casings that are somewhat familiar to you. As you noticed a few of these metal casings leaving the mechanical food vendors outside of the circus. Do you remember seeing those?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever he is peddling is connected to one of these metal casings, which seems to split off at various points and travel up the walls and into the walls.
Okay.
You're a circus performer. In fact, all of you are circus performers. So I'm going to say this. We're operating in a time where you guys would be on the forefront of entertainment in whatever realm that you guys are currently traveling. You don't know how, but because of your background, you are able to discern that this individual is powering things. Lights, other things. This peddler is responsible for powering and may explain a bit of the ambient light that you are picking up on inside of this space that seems to be coming from all around you.
I want to try something, and I have a feeling this is going to be a really bad idea.
Okay.
I want to use a cantrip of acid splash and aim it at the bike.
No.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and roll initiative, gang, because that is going to kick things off real quick.
I was gonna heal my bleeding eyes and my charred self, but I think maybe not.
You do not have time for that. As a few things happen, that acid splash is going to splash up against the bike and cause it to stop as it damages the bike instantaneously. The second thing that's going to happen is all of the lights in this room cut off. So who here does not have dark vision?
Oh.
Irvin.
Hold on, I can't remember if I do or not.
Everybody
I
double
can't
check.
get my feet up.
Everybody double check. Because this is going to make this fight even weirder.
I do not.
Thank you for the follow, Seth. Oh, that's amazing. You guys are the best. And Azure, Virgo, X, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm missing a ton of people. Hi.
Oh, but when the lights go out, I know that we're going to be an initiative.
You are.
So I have to wait. But
okay. The last image you see as the lights shut off is this individual stepping off of the bike and the uniform fading. Where in front of you, where Briggs once stood, the uniform is gone, and instead you see a very tall, very skinny man who has a proboscis, like a fleshy tube coming out of the back of his neck, and in front of him is a light. Okay.
Oh, like those fish?
Right? So it's going to be okay, and he's holding what looks to be a fishing rod in his hand with a barbed fishing lure on the end of it. And as he looks at you all, because you put the bike out, that light on the front of his head is going to blink out.
I'm very scared.
Who doesn't have dark vision? Yurubin, Kat, Bob,
I don't.
Rosie, and Aurelis, you got dark vision?
Yeah, I'm a high elf.
Yep. So you are the only one that can see for the time being. Everybody else, roll initiative.
Oh,
this fight's gonna get weird. Okay. 20 to 25.
Rosie is very scared. I want to put that out there. I was told to inform you.
20 on the dot?
Yeah,
I got a natural 20.
What is your initiative, Aurelis?
+2.
So 22? We need to have a
No,
roll.
20 with the +2.
So 22 total.
No, 20 total.
20 total. And Bob and Aurelis, go ahead and roll off.
That is.
Am I adding anything to it or just doing a dice roll?
This is just a straight dice roll.
10.
10.
11.
Oh. Bob squeaks it out. Bob, Aurelis, 20
Not good for you to go first.
20
Nope.
to 20 to 15. Nope. 15 to 10.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
10 to 5.
I got a 5.
I have a 9.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Rosie, followed by Yurubin.
That was my second natural one of the night.
Second natural one of the night. Nat ones make for good RP. All right. So the lights shut off. Boom. And the first thing that happens is that little light in front of this individual is going to fade off. You will hear this whirring in the air as a sharp jab is going to be sent in Yurubin's direction. Yurubin, that's a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that absolutely hit.
That hits?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yurubin, you take 8 points of piercing damage as something slams into your side there, and you are currently grappled. Okay. I also need a strength check from you.
Great. 14.
Okay. Yurubin, you're starting to move.
I'm starting to
almost as if this thing slammed into your side. You feel the pain, and then there is a...
Oh, good.
As you are being moved, but you didn't move yourself. Almost as if you're being reeled in.
Got it. Okay.
Got it?
That's awesome.
My pixies have a 12 to initiative. I forgot to roll for them.
Okay.
Which I believe puts them after Aurelis, correct?
Yes. Your 2 pixies. Check to see if they have dark vision, please. That is going to be his turn. Bob.
I would like to use my bonus action to rage.
Bonus action to rage. The ferocious scream from Bob as you see him. A true original and Sim TTV. Thank you so much. I love you guys. As you rage, go ahead, Bob.
And then I'm going to be really frustrated I can't see.
You cannot see at all. There is
Now, was I near him when the lights went out? Or is it the kind of thing where I know he was over there across the room somewhere?
He was across the room from you, pal. I'm going to say he was about 20 to 25 feet when this fight started. So you could go running forward, but there's no chance. There's a slim chance that you would be able to hit.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I would try. I guess I would try. Yeah, I'd charge in and try swinging.
Bob, you're gonna move. You're gonna move closer, or where you thought they would be. Give me attack rolls at disadvantage, please.
I'm going to attack recklessly to make it regular straight rolls.
This will be a straight roll.
Probably still gonna miss with this one.
Okay.
This is a 12 to hit.
12 is going to miss, Bob. How many attacks do you get?
I get 2.
So give me another attack. It's also going to be a straight roll.
Woo! This is going to be a 26 to hit.
26 to hit. Okay, that is definitely going to hit. Give me damage. Master Psylord, thank you. You guys are rock stars. If we break 1,000 tonight,
Oh my gosh.
If we break 1,000 tonight, I'm going to give a level up to every single person in one of our campaigns, and that includes you guys.
Oh my gosh.
So the next time we play, but every single player in one of our campaigns, if we hit 1,000 tonight, everybody's getting a level up in all of the campaigns.
So I just rolled max damage, so 21 damage, 4 of it is fire.
Okay, 21 damage. Here's what happens. Bob is going to reach forward with Nancy at his side.
Yep.
And slam into this. When it does, there is a flash of light as the dangling part of this thing burst with a little burst of light. The light begins to dim. Here is how this is going to work. Because you guys are in the dark, and because of this flash of light, we're going to treat this almost like a what is it? The radiant. What is the cleric spell? But the next attack, you're going to be able to see them straight as the light begins to fade. Okay.
So we're gonna be able to see the monster.
Oh, so it's kind of like guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
That's what it was.
Thank you, Ben. Yes. So it's like a little mini guiding bolt. So the next person to attack it, you're going to be able to see it as the light begins to dim after every attack. Okay. Ben, Urban is being reeled in by this large pole, which is attached to looks like a maul attached to a chain. It's a demonic fishing pole. Okay.
That's cool.
And Urban is been caught. Okay? But the light is going to fade immediately after that attack. So, Aurelis, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast light, the cantrip.
Okay.
So
what are you casting it on?
I will cast it on the eyeball of the organ player.
Clever girl. Okay. So you cast it right on the tip of this, and you're able to see it because of your dark vision and the fact that it just kind of lit up really quickly. Okay. Yeah. That is your action. What are you doing with your bonus action?
I would like to try to call out to Briggs.
Okay.
See if there's any Briggs left in there, because I think this is one of the kids and I don't think we should kill him.
Okay, so here's what I need from you. Light is a cantrip, but you have to touch it. So are you running up to this thing? So I need an attack roll from you. This is
she's talking about the eyeball that she caught from the organ lady.
Oh, the eyeball from the lady.
Yeah.
So you're just holding the eye up.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. I love it even more. That's great. You have high beams. Great. You're calling out to Briggs. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me, oh, thank you guys so much. I'm just seeing follow after follow. I can't thank them enough. 30 away. Jeez. You call out to Briggs. Give me a persuasion as you're reaching out to Briggs.
Okay. 22. Got a 19 plus 3.
Okay. From not too far away, you call out to him, and you see this figure turn towards you. You hear a pop from a little ways away. Okay? You don't know what it is. It sounds like just a pop. As if something is bursting. As you scream out towards Briggs, imploring them to see if there's any semblance of life still there.
I want to say something specific.
What do you say?
Say, Briggs, you've stopped pedaling. Jack is going to be so upset at you that you've stopped. This has all been a misunderstanding. If you stop right now and get back on your bike, Jack won't be mad at you. No one will know this happened. Because I'm assuming that Jack is going to be very upset that you stopped doing the one thing he told you to do. We just want you to be safe. That was a misunderstanding. He did not mean to attack you like that. I'm so sorry.
I didn't attack him. I just attacked the bike.
Don't need that now. Stop.
Okay.
There is a pause. Okay. You guys all heard this. That being said, I have to play this how it lands. Okay?
Yeah.
It is not Briggs' turn. But you all see what Aurelis is trying here. Okay? All of that being said, there's a gamble as to whether this works or not.
Yes, and...
Rosie. Actually, no, it's the Pixie's turn.
Okay, so after she said that, that's going to change because now I don't want to try to entangle him in one spot. I want him to be able to get back to that bike. So, maybe we could just put him on the bike. I'm going to have the Pixies try casting sleep on him, but they're going to be off because it's a 20-foot radius and it can affect anybody. So I want them to fly so that it's not going to affect us, so that we are out of that radius. Is he in a location where I could get away with that?
It is going to hit Yurubin, and it is
Okay.
going to hit him.
No, I don't want to risk putting... then I can, if it works, I can just wake him up.
Roll hit dice
All right.
for sleep.
'Cause all I
Roll
do
your
is
dice
shake
for
him.
sleep. How many hit points do you have left, Yurubin?
34.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Oh, he's lower than I thought he was.
He is a wizard.
Oh, crud. He's going to go to sleep first. That is not going to work. Oh, well.
He is. Roll those.
Yep.
Burns a finger.
Yeah, here, 5d8. It's easier to do on this. Okay. I'm totally putting him to sleep.
Art of Mike Disney, you're awesome. That name alone. Thank you.
Hey, he's not asleep. 19.
The spell does not work. You feel yourself getting a little sleepy, Yurubin, but it does not take hold.
Good. I'm old.
As you are able to fight through it, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't fall asleep. And then you look down at your side to see the large, like, spiky ball sticking out of your side, and you're like, oh, maybe that's why. Okay, that is the Pixie's turn. That's a lot of communication that was delivered to that Pixie. So I'm going to say that is your bonus action.
Okay.
To change the
tell
plan
me.
on the fly, because it's not your turn yet.
Got it,
So,
okay.
Rosie, it is now your turn.
I am going to cast. I'm more going for an escape route option, so I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter.
Oh, boy.
Oh, good. Okay. Rosie, can I ask who you're casting Hideous Laughter on?
On Briggs.
Okay. This is interesting. What is the save on Hideous Laughter?
Wisdom save of 14, and I'm hoping a child is not that wise.
Okay. He fails his save and just starts laughing uncontrollably in the space. Right? They just start laughing, over and over again. It is a dark laugh that seems to echo out, bouncing off of the walls around until the light catches his face, and you see that the sound is not coming from him. but his body is still under the effects of the spell. This laugh seems to be echoing out throughout the entire room. But the
I hate that.
but for the most part, he is under the effect of the spell. He is falling prone and incapacitated. Good. Okay.
And then I'm just gonna be like, let's go.
Okay. That's that turn. You doing anything with your bonus action, Rosie? You don't have to. You
I'm
could.
trying to think. I know I'm thinking about it if I should use it. No, I won't.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yorubin, your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to use my cantrip Acid Splash on the hook that's got me.
Okay. I'm about that. The chain itself, or the hook.
The chain, yeah. So I can the chain itself to try and get me unhooked. I mean, I'll take the hook in on my side.
I'll say this. It's the rule of cool here. It's amazing. I love this move. You are able to burn through the chain. By using Acid Splash and sort of burn through, so you now have the thing stuck to your side. That's kind of like hurting a bit, but the chain itself has been cut.
Oh, good.
Okay. Cat. Unless Yorubin, you doing anything with your bonus action?
Let's see.
Doing anything with your movement?
Let's see, bonus action. So I can do. Let me check this one out really quick. So she lit up the eyeball. Does that mean we can see now?
You can see. Aurelis is holding an eye, which is essentially like a giant flashlight that's shining out in the space. So you can see now. This figure is on the ground, sort of rolling back and forth as laughter bounces across the entire room.
Okay. Who's closest to me right now?
Bob is closest to you.
Cool, Bob. I'm gonna give you my bonus action. I can give you a spell of Dragon's Breath. I can touch one willing creature and imbue it with this power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. Bob has one.
Bob is about this life.
Does it take a bonus action to cast?
Yep.
It just says bonus action. Actions in combat. I have my weapon fighting, and then I spell.
Okay. I've never heard of this.
Spell Dragon's Breath?
Yeah.
And you cast a cantrip before? Yep. I will allow this as I look up this spell. You are able to cast this, and Bob, you are now granted the ability to cast Dragon's Breath, which is go ahead and burn the spell slot. You can exhale energy. What sort of energy are you imbuing it with? Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison?
I'm going to imbue him with. So you said this creature's kind of like, is he metallic?
No, he's got like fin. He's got scales, almost like fish scales.
Oh, then we're definitely going.
Oh,
with
I gotta use my whole action to do it.
Yep.
To breathe fire.
You wouldn't know this.
I'm gonna give you lightning.
Nope.
Okay, you got lightning breath now, Bob. Should you choose to use it?
Bet.
I do want to say, I think this is a record for any of our streams. There are currently 104 individuals that we're watching. So 104 individuals are watching you guys play D&D right now. We are blessed beyond all imagine. So you guys are the absolute best. We cannot thank you enough. And like I said, try not to cry. You guys are the best. Okay, that is your turn. Cat, you are now up.
Right.
Individual laughing on the ground. Bob has Dragon's Breath. And Yorubin is not too far away.
And I tried to convince her to get back on the bike.
Yep.
Everyone's forgetting that.
Yes, and so he's the one laughing on the ground, Briggs?
Briggs is rolling on the ground. The laughter seems to be emanating from all around the room.
That's the laughter. Okay, so but he's oh gosh. This could be dumb. Does he look?
This is the Patchwork Circus. We don't know the meaning of the word dumb.
I'm gonna cure wounds on myself first before I do this because I might need this.
Okay.
At first level.
That's
no,
not a
at
good
second
sign.
level.
Chow's piece press.
Second
Thank
level
you.
cure wounds, just in case.
What are you doing?
I want
Okay.
to help him. I want to help pick him up and get him towards the bike with my movement. Can I try that? Or that I can't cure wounds because is that my action?
No,
Trying to
you
help him
can
up.
certainly try. I would let you do that. You've used your bonus action.
Yeah, that's why I knew
No,
I didn't
you
have bonus
cannot.
action.
You cannot pick up and carry him because
Okay,
you've
I'm not
already
carrying him.
burned.
I wanted to. Okay, then so if
He's
I did
rolling
not do
on the
cure
ground.
wounds,
He's
can
incapacitated.
I help him up?
Yes, I would let you do
Okay,
that.
I want to go over and help him up and guide him as much as I can with my movement towards the bike.
Give me a strength check as you are lifting a fully grown individual.
Well, luckily I have a -1 to strength, so.
Okay.
Hey, that was 16. That was a 15.
A 15 total. You pick up the individual and he is rolling and sort of incapacitated still by Rosie's spell, but with halting movement, Kat is able to bring him over towards the bike. Okay. Okay, Rosie. This is not a customary thing, but you guys are playing fast and loose and kind of weird with the rules, and I'm about it.
Okay.
When Kat picks him up, knowing what Aurelis said, would you drop the spell? While he is under Tasha's hideous laughter, he has no control over his body. But
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it.
Okay. Okay. So with that, the laughter in the room fades. The lights will black out even more. An unnatural darkness will fit over the bike. And then the lights will come back on. And you will see a very happy, very smiling Briggs in his uniform pedaling the bike. Saying, man, I love to pedal. Pedaling is the greatest, and it is my job. And just seems to be concentrated on moving those pedals. You are officially out of combat.
Hey, we're not dead.
Good job, team.
Okay,
Let's leave.
This place is creepy. We should leave.
Doing a great job pedaling.
Well-
You keep pedaling. Let's go. Let's go.
I have a great idea. So, since we're not fighting this guy, I'm going to run as fast as I can to the balloon pop area. I have to make it in less than a minute.
To the balloon pop area?
I know exactly what you're doing.
Okay. You run over towards the balloon pop area.
Is it like a regular festival balloon pop?
So I love where your head's at. However, there is a cage surrounding the balloon pop area, and 32 like darts lined up. Does that make sense? Like you were gonna go in there and just start like disrespect your surroundings, like blah, blah, like you were gonna go in, but unfortunately this is a throw a dart at a balloon.
How far away do you have to be from it? Like how far away is the wall from where the drop? It's like a long throw, like 30 feet.
No, about
15 feet, 10 feet.
10 or 15 feet. You would see this
perfect.
This little area that you throw through the holes in the little fence into the balloon pop, and you see different colored balloons. As he does this, am I to assume that everybody is running into the balloon pop area?
I know exactly what he's doing. That's the thing.
Okay.
I would like to do something before he starts destroying things.
Okay. So he was at a clip. Like that boy be running.
Cool.
So
I would like to stay and do an Arcana check on Briggs to see if he's under a curse.
To see if he's cursed.
Yeah.
How about this? Your detect magic is still up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Briggs is not cursed. Briggs is not all there. If you see magic in the terms of auras, And as a necromancer wizard, I would able to say that you are able to see kind of life and death and the combinations found therein. He is all death. He is dead. The Briggs that you see in front of you has no life coming from him.
Okay. Can I use a second level spell slot to see if I can hear Briggs's spirit then?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. As you burn the second level spell slot, you hear a child's voice echoing out throughout the ether that says, "When I grow up, I'm going to be a fisherman like my dad. And no fish is ever going to be able to outswim me. I'm going to be the best." And that voice just seems to repeat over and over and over again.
Briggs, can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
Is it the body that talks?
It is the individual in front of you.
Briggs, I know you're doing such a lovely job on your bike. Have you ever thought about doing something else? Perhaps, I don't know, random guess here. Perhaps fishing?
Nope.
Being a fisherman?
Nope.
No.
I work for Captain Jack. Or I work for Jack.
Okay. Is it just the spirit, is the soul, it's just continuously repeating the same thing?
Yeah. It's a
and it won't,
child's
the soul
voice. It does not
The
respond.
voice won't respond.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay,
Who goes running after Bob? Raise your hand. Urban, Rosie, Kat. Okay, so there's nobody else in the room with you. Arelis, I'm going to give you the benefit of an insight check right now, as you're trying to piece together what has happened.
Yeah. Insight is... Oh, I got good insight. Okay, that's a 15.
Okay, how about this? Indigo Gmail has just given 200 bits, and we've had a lot of bits donated tonight, and through this group, that the kobolds that are making me cry happy tears. I'll say this: Arelis, Briggs was killed, but it wasn't child Briggs. Adult Briggs was killed. But when I say adult Briggs was killed, I mean the possibility of adulthood was killed. Jack does not want to play with them when they're adults. Jack wants to play with them when they're kids. So what Jack did is he separated the adult part so they never have to worry about it ever again.
Got it.
The reason Briggs is coming across as all dead to you is because Briggs's adulthood, what he was going to be, the possibility of growing up is gone. Jack has separated it from his body.
It's like a dark Neverland.
It is a dark Neverland. Jack goes up to him and says, you think in your head of a clown coming up to a child and being like, I can make it so that you never grow up and you play with me forever and ever and ever. And he takes the possibility of what they become and letting them stay with him forever.
So this is an adult that went missing, not one of the kids.
This is the kid that went missing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, separated the adult possibility future from... Got it, I'm on the same page as you.
It's like an evil Peter Pan that physically was like, you'll never grow up.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it so that you never grow up. Suddenly you realize that the body that was found in the other place, the water was dripping on them, but it had no effect.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
She's going to say into space, Briggs, we're going to take care of you.
Okay.
Nobody gets to play with death like this without my permission. And he's going to walk back to join everybody.
a little bit of time goes by. Thank you for all those follows. There's too many to say thank you, but I'm going to say it anyway. Bob, you're in the space first. Followed behind you is Kat, Rosie, and Yurubin.
So you're saying there's a little space to throw the darts through.
Chain link, say like chain link, but like larger holes. Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna walk up to the so I'm gonna walk up to the chain link,
Okay.
put my hands like this over it, and blast it with electric dragon's breath, and try and hit all of them at the same time.
I was like, I knew that's what I was.
Yeah, I knew exactly what he was gonna do.
As soon as he said, I have only a minute to do this.
Has 15-foot range, and it's a 15-foot cone. So if it hits them from 15 feet or 10 or 15 feet, it'll be a really wide cone.
Oh, buddy. Okay. The red, blue, green, and yellow balloons all pop. Every single one of them, with this breath that goes flying outward. Several things happen. With every pop of the red balloon, you hear a loud shouting voice that says, "I only put the sad ones in the grown-up room," as blood begins to pour forth from Bob's eyes. As if the DM gave you a little hint as to what might come from the red balloons. As Bob takes 26 points of necrotic damage from every popping of the red balloon. Okay? Random items will fall out from every blue balloon. Okay? You hear a scream as all 8 green balloons pop, and you hear a woman scream from far away. Looks to be outside of this room. Aurelius would pick up the fact that this comes from the mirror maze, as every one of the green balloons pop. And as all of the yellow balloons pop, all 5 of them, 5 notes, begin to float in the air and outside and manifest on the table. So this is an even greater image in my mind as Yurubin, Kat, and Rosie come into the room, as there are no balloons in this space. There are 5 pieces of paper on the table, and Bob is bleeding profusely from the eyes. It is a stream of blood that seems to be pouring forth from Bob's eyes.
Hey, we match, only you're worse.
That went better than I expected, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
You said there was items that came out of the blue balloons?
Yellow had the notes, right?
Blue balloons.
Yellow had notes, but
Blue had random items, right?
There is an item for each and every one of you that falls out of the ground. I need, once again, to roll the 2d6 that I've been having you roll occasionally. Each and every one of you.
11.
I also rolled an 11.
2, 3.
You said roll which one? Sorry, I was looking up a spell.
I got 12.
2d6. So, Bob, you're going to find a dead bee.
Oh.
A dead bee?
A dead bee. It's a little dead bee. Look at that. Yurubin, you find... Oh, God. I need you to pull up Thistle's inventory.
Okay.
From a previous campaign.
Yeah.
Okay. Rosie, you run over to the table where you see these items which have sort of manifested. You see a little bonsai tree. And a little like pot. It's a little bonsai tree. Looks like it's been taken care of. And it's just kind of like sitting there in this pretty little thing. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night, Hillary. Thank you so much. Maximum bloodshot eyes.
Bye, Hillary.
Yeah. There you go. And Kat, you find a bottle of liquid. It's a little tiny bottle that you might find at like a Renaissance fair that might have like the glitter or like the pixie dust in it, and it's even got the little like metallic wings on it, but it's filled with liquid.
Oh, yay. Well, it's only a matter of time before I drink that. All right. So equipment.
That's
for
Thistle's
Thistle.
equipment?
Yeah, that's Thistle's equipment.
Pick out one of those magical items that you're not using.
That I'm not using?
Oh, no, I got it. You find Urabin.
Yes.
That's yeah. Go ahead.
You find a bag with 3 mustaches in it.
Perfect.
It looks like little mustaches that you could place on something, like a little adhesive on the back. Aurelis, you're still talking outside and casting and things of that sort. So, another thing happens. As all of the balloons have been popped, and I did not anticipate this, it is hyper-specific, a trap door opens at the back of the room opposite the balloon cage. It looks like a tiny figure would be able to go through.
By
Pixies!
Yeah, like me.
I will
I'd
say
like to look at the note.
any of the halflings. Sure, yeah. The notes are all signed by the missing children.
Oh, good.
Bummer.
The one from Briggs
Bummer.
says, fishing all day. I'll get the big one, then a bigger one. And at the top of it, it says, what I'm happy for. And it looks like it was written in a child's handwriting below it. So, what I'm happy for. Briggs says he's happy for fishing all day.
Okay.
The next one is from Lucy, and it says, they'll know that I can bake. I'll feed the village. Okay. The next one is from Mervinia, and she says, just to be pretty, to have food, to have money. I don't have to starve again.
And that was which one?
Mervinia. The next one is from Wendrid and says, so many people are going to listen to me, they will have to sit and listen to me the whole time.
Who was the baking one? Sorry, I was in the lead.
Baking one was Lucy.
And the last one is
Zaloxy.
Zaloxy, a book, a library, a world of reading, peace and quiet. The library is just for me.
And once again, it's only 5 notes, not 6.
It is 5 notes, not 6.
Okay. All right, and then we've got a door
Correct.
Yeah.
that one of us can fit through. Who wants to go with me?
You should take
You
your
would
pixie.
not. It is a.
Oh, only one person can fit
It
through?
looks really little.
Oh, I'll peek inside. Or, you know what? Do you want me to ask one of the pixies if they want to take a peek?
Yeah. Ask one of the pixies. I think that's a
Okay.
smarter thing to do.
I look over at the pixies and say, would you mind going to check out the door?
Yep. Give me a Constitution saving throw from both of the pixies, please.
Con. Oh gosh, they have a -1 to con. This is gonna go great.
Oh no.
The first one, that is a 3 -1.
Okay.
And the second one, that is an 8 -1.
The pixies do not come back.
I don't think that went well.
You want me to go find them?
I don't think. Wait.
I can check and see if they're okay.
Well, maybe just peek your head in there first. For all we know, they got eaten.
I mean, I guess I can just stick my head straight down the hole. That doesn't seem like very smart, though.
Well, I mean, is walking
Oh,
there better?
now, Bob, you want to be cautious?
No, I'm saying sticking your head in the hole doesn't seem like the smart thing to do. You're literally just sticking your head where it can be hit. So I
Oh.
feel like jumping down
Is it
makes
better to
it
just walk
safer.
in? Okay, then I will go right up to the doorway behind you so that if you die, I can run in there and probably also die, but maybe I can drag you back out before you completely die.
I'm gonna walk up to the doorway, and I would like to check it for traps.
So the doorway in front of you is not trapped. However, you see what looks to be a black stone obsidian tunnel.
Ugh.
Think like kids' playground at like a McDonald's. Do you know those tunnels you used to climb into when you were a kid?
Yeah.
And they'd go around.
Love those.
Think that. What languages do you speak, Bob?
Bob speaks Common and Halfling.
There's some weird symbols.
I'm a man of the world.
There are some weird symbols carved along the sides of this weird black obsidian stone tunnel.
Are those words or weird designs? I can't tell if someone's just trying to be fancy or if this says something.
Aurelius, you're joining the group now. You would see Bob sticking his head inside of a little tunnel. Does anybody here speak Infernal?
I might. Hold on.
I do not.
I do not know.
Let me see.
In the meantime, I want to take the notes, but I want to take them with puppets on my hands, like oven mitts to like protect myself, and then like fold them up.
Infernal.
You can speak Infernal?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want you all to know that Aurelius looks scarier than you have ever seen her ever. Like, she looks like she has gone paler and there are shadows around her and she looks scary and angry. And she's not.
You have the notes. You've got them tucked onto your person. They are currently protected from like where you are. Like they're not touching your skin or anything like that. But you've gathered them and you're safely holding on to them.
Are my puppets okay?
Your puppets are okay.
Excellent.
Okay. Bob complains that there's stuff like alongside the wall. Aurelius, would you go check it out?
Yeah. She's not gonna go in there, but she's gonna stop as far as she can and look to see what she can see.
Okay.
Oh, and when Bob sees Aurelius, he's going to go, "Oh, hey, I got you something," and hold her the dead bee. I know you like dead things.
For the first time, she's not gonna freak out about it. She's going to take it and thank you and put it away, and she's very quiet.
We need to take a second. Just one. Because Indigo Chameleon, on the one shot, has just hit 1,000 followers. It is a huge deal. We're gonna.
You guys are amazing.
This is
Was I
nuts.
1,000 or 1,001?
You were 1,001. This is the biggest hype, the biggest, and I'm trying to hold it together because, of course, it would be the evil clown one shot. The thing I'm most terrified of in my entire life. That this would be like one of my favorite days of all time. Thank you all so much. I cannot thank you enough for everybody here. As from Indigo, from the bottom of my heart, I never thought when we started playing D&D that this would reach the levels that it's reached. And thank you guys for playing tonight. And now I have to give a level up to all of my players and all of my campaigns, which is going to bite me in the butt.
Do I get it right now?
Level up.
Because that would
level
really
up,
help out
level
with
up,
my
level up.
hit point.
No, not right now. But oh my god. Oh my God! You guys are the absolute best. Everybody that put this together, Captain Slaymore, all of you new followers, we hope you enjoy our D&D and stuff like that. We're gonna get right back into the game, but somebody clip this, please, so we have the moment for posterity's sake, forever and ever and ever. Legend Hillary, go ahead and share the wealth to the Neverland crew. Everybody's getting a level up right now. It's insane. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so.
What game are we playing? Where were we? What were we doing?
I'm losing my mind. Okay, so Aurelius, you are handed a dead bee. Let's get back into this as Bob hands you a dead bee.
Okay. Like I said, she's
Mr.
not
Feebles
being
is going to reach out for it.
she's going to hand the bee to Mr. Feebles.
Okay. Mr. Feebles takes the bee and hugs it to his chest.
Aww.
I'll make a note of that and ask him later.
Okay.
Going to
So it's like a little stuffed animal for the monkey.
He's got a little stuffed animal. I did say for all the campaigns, Meowth, if you want to have everybody leveled up before tomorrow, send a little message out. That would be amazing. She looks intense, right? Like she looks like she's pissed.
Yeah, she looks real scary right now.
Yeah.
Real terrifying to all of us who are like 3 feet tall and are just looking up at this death goddess, and we're just like.
I was gonna say, I imagine she always looks terrifying to me, so it's like doesn't really register as much different.
No, this is like different. Like, if it was a cartoon, there would be wavy black around her. She's going to kind of look at what has happened out here and ask very quietly, did you find anything of importance?
Pull out my notes. I put my puppets back on and pull out my
there's
notes.
the bee in the tunnel. So I gave you the bee.
You said you pull out the notes?
Yeah.
She's going to read the notes.
Okay.
And as she reads each one, the intensity around her is going to get worse and worse.
Terrifying.
It doesn't even look.
I have to say this. As this intensity grows, Rosie, you are handing her the notes with a hand puppet, correct? Like that is.
Yeah,
that
I have
is
hand puppets on.
Okay, just so I have the actual world like representative, like as she's getting angrier, like you still have like a little hand puppet.
It's like a sheep and a pig puppet, and I'm just like.
Like okay. Bob, the tunnel is before you.
Well, I guess if no one wants to look at it, I'll just walk inside.
Okay. It goes on for a little bit, but then it dead ends into a large space that is the same black obsidian stone material.
And do I see any other exits, or do I see anything?
You see a dead body.
Oh, what's the dead body look like?
This dead body is in woman's clothing. She's leaned up against this space, and it looks like she's holding a sword pointed towards the entrance. But she is long, skeletal. And she has what looks to be a long-dried dead flower in her shirt, like sticking out of her like front pocket.
There's nothing else in the room.
Give me an investigation check, but as you do, what's your passive perception, Bob?
Oh, it's real good. It's
Give me a con save, buddy.
Where is my passive perception? 9.
Give me a con save.
15.
Okay. Give me a d6.
6.
Okay. You age 6 years.
Oh.
Your knees are not feeling as great as they used to, buddy. But give me an
I
investigation.
don't like this room as much as the other room.
Okay, you gonna stay in and search it?
I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
set up to look at it, so I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah. Give me what's
Investigation?
your investigation?
Ooh, I rolled good. So it is 17.
Okay. Behind this individual, you would find a what looks to be a cylinder with this odd strap attached to it. Okay. With like a thing sticking off of the bottom of it, almost like a trigger. And inside this little leather strap are 2 more of these glittery-looking cylinders. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
8.
Okay. Give me another D6.
5.
You age another 5 years. That's 11 total.
I'm gonna grab the body and drag it through the hole out.
Okay. You are dragging this body. I'm gonna say, give me one more con save as you are dragging this body out through the space and into
19.
19. You manage to shrug off the hellish magics around the obsidian tunnel, and as he does, he pulls out a woman. Body, and Bob looks a little older. He looks almost at the same age he started before all the water and stuff like that. But he's dragging a body out behind him. He's also got this weird strap around one shoulder.
Bob, who is that?
It's a dead lady. I don't know who she is, but I know that Aurelis obviously doesn't like dead bugs. Does like dead ladies.
Rosie's like,
This one's gonna work.
What's that on your other shoulder? On your shoulder?
Oh, it's some little strap thing with some silver balls.
Silver ball.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yurvin, give me an intelligence check.
Oh, so we're just gonna assume now that I would fail intelligence checks? I see how it is.
That's a 12.
It's probably
but I'm gonna use the
correct.
+5 that you gave me.
Okay.
So 17 altogether.
You are in possession of the boom gun.
Ooh.
The boom.
And I found the chainsaw.
The boom gun fires a ball of magical energy, which hits a target of your choice that you can see within range. It deals 3d4 plus 3 force damage, and it has to make a strength saving throw or be pushed back. You found a boomstick and a shotgun. Kind of mixed together. Aurelis, Rosie, Kat, Bob are kind of staring down at this older woman's skeleton. She's wearing a floral patterned dress, and she has a dried flower sticking out of the front pocket of the dress. Okay?
Could I do what kind of check? An investigation check or a
Yeah, give me an
medicine check?
investigation check, Aurelis.
Ooh, not good. That is a spicy 6.
I'll say this. You see, hey, what's up, Ark? We're doing great. Thank you for joining us for some from Creepy Clown Carnival stuff. What was the total, Aurelis?
6.
6. You don't find anything other than the flower in that pocket that's kind of readily there.
Do I recognize it?
The woman?
No, the flower.
Give me a nature check.
Use a different dice. Nature. That is a 13.
13. Yeah, what's funny is it's not a like a fancy flower, and it's long since dried up with time. However, you do recognize this flower because it's revered by children. This is a common thistle.
Can I spend another second level spell slot to see if I can hear her voice?
Sure. Okay, you don't hear a voice. Burn that second spell slot. You instead hear almost like a recording, like the last thoughts. Okay? And you hear this voice of, I'm a fighter. Mama raised me to be a fighter, and I'm going to keep fighting until I'm taken out of this world, which I imagine is going to be very shortly. Only problem is this dumbass clown didn't know that I've been a fighter since birth. So removing the adult side of it isn't going to have much effect. My younger self is going to fight just as hard. So with my last bit of magic, I'm going to send my younger self far from here so that they don't have to deal with it. But I'm going to go out the way I want to go out. and that message, once it repeats in your head, almost gives it like a deep sigh and fades away. The skeleton sags a bit and kind of turns to dust. As standing in this space for a brief second, you see the spectral image of a little girl who has like bushy hair. She's kind of covered in dirt and smudges, and on one shoulder she's got a little rat that just kind of like sits in the space and gives you a little like nod, and then is gone.
She's right before she disappears. She's going to say, "We're going to take care of everyone else. Rest in peace."
She nods at you. The little rat nods at you as well, and she pets the rat on the top of the head, and is gone.
Got it. Wow, that was super emotional. For some reason, I'm like really.
No, I'm so grateful. You guys are all collected in this space, and you are privy to this moment as this spirit lets go. This fighter spirit that has been holding on for so long, that kind of died with their back to the wall, but holding up this wooden sword, as it were, that they're still kind of holding on to in this space.
Like Sora.
Yeah. But you guys take a moment. Bob, you might be muted, buddy. Check that mic.
But none of us could hear technically what was said except for Aurelis, correct?
Aurelis could hear it, but you could all see the spectral image of this little girl with the rat on her shoulder.
I'd like to take some of the ashes as much as I can and put it in one of the jars.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what's next? What do we do? I'm not sure. I'm not usually indecisive.
Well, obviously we've discovered everything over here, so maybe we should go check out that mirror room. As much as I don't want to do that, but we have no choice, it seems.
Let's do that.
Maybe if we finish all the games, he'll have to come out and see us, and then we can really figure out what's going on.
Well, he's going to have to replenish all the balloons that Bob pops now, so...
Bob, are you okay?
Destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Before we go anywhere, Bob, do you want? I'm good at healing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm okay at it. I'm not the best, but I could help you, and probably myself. We both got this eye thing going on.
I mean, I definitely have a little bit of a headache right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I think I'm going to cast a second level Cure Wounds.
All right.
I'm gonna just smack him with a Cure Wounds.
Okay. You take 2d8 of curing damage as she smacks you in the face with a Cure Wounds.
Oh gosh, that was actually really good. 15 plus 3, so 18.
You heal for 18, Bob. That's actually really good.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a first level on myself.
Okay.
Of the same. That wasn't so good, but it's, hey, better than nothing. Okay.
Okay. The only things in this space, like I said, are this trap door that opens up at the back of the room, and you see the area, and now you have the pop gun at your disposal as well.
And so the only other options we know of is to just go in the mirror room, correct? Or is there a mirror room or the round? round and round room or whatever it was called?
You could go back out and look at the sign.
No, but I mean, like, was there a pathway that we saw? Like, I know we saw a
There
pathway
are
here,
two
a pathway to the
pathways.
mirror room.
One leads to the balloon pop, and the other one leads to the mirror maze.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
And so we've got, that's what I'm saying. So we're at the end of this. There's no like continuation tunnel. It's just go back and either choose to go back where we were or go to the mirror maze.
Correct.
Mirror maze.
Then I guess mirror maze is where it's at.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
What are we doing?
You walk past Briggs, who is pedaling as fast as he can.
Briggs.
However, as you are walking to the right entrance towards the mirror maze, you see that one of the things that Briggs happens to be powering. You see another one of those cables, and you see a tunnel that is somewhat common in fun houses. You see a tunnel that you are going to have to climb through in order to get into the mirror maze itself. This tunnel is one of those tunnels that's kind of like always going. You ever seen one of these? That if you were a kid,
like from Greece.
Yeah, like from Greece. Like if you were a kid, you could sit on it and it would go all the way around. But if you weren't paying attention, it would go up and then you'd fall and face plant. So this tunnel is the barrel tunnel. May say thank you. It's kind of constantly going, and it is your area separating you from this to the mirror maze. Okay.
How long is it?
I want to say it's about 30 feet. So it'll take you about 6 seconds to get across.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
You gonna go for it?
Yeah.
I'll go right behind her.
Okay. Good. You're going right behind her. I need acrobatics from the two of you as you step into this thing and it just starts moving just to see if you can keep your feet about you. 18. Kat, you would be able to get through this, but you went right behind Rosie. So Rosie, go ahead and give me your acrobatics.
15 actually.
15. Yeah, you guys actually managed to very nimbly kind of keep up with the rotations around. As the two of you cross the threshold, and the three of you are looking at this, the speed increases.
Oh no.
All right, I'm going now before it gets any.
How long is it?
30 feet.
30 feet?
I'll go.
Yurubin, give me an acrobatics check, please.
Wait,
no.
I'm gonna re-roll.
You're gonna re-roll? Can you do that?
I have an inspiration, right? Isn't that what I can do?
You have a
that?
DM inspiration. Yes, absolutely, you can do this.
Good. I rolled a 5 on that one.
Yeah, no.
And I didn't roll much better. I rolled 8.
Okay. You begin rolling around in the tunnel as Yurubin's like, careful. The trick to this is, oh god, and trips and just starts like falling repeatedly, and you just see this old man sort of like, if it wasn't so funny, it would be heartbreaking, as the old man is just like sort of rolling around in the tunnel.
When I see that happen, I want to run in and try and scoop him up and carry him to the other side.
This would be this would be an athletics.
That's gonna be
check.
tough.
Yeah, this is gonna be athletics.
Well, I need an
followed by
acrobatics. Oh, so you want athletics then acrobatics?
I want athletics to see if you
athletics?
can scoop him up, and then it's going to be acrobatics at disadvantage to move this now that you're holding a whole other person. Athletics first.
12.
Yeah, you scoop him up. You scoop him up, buddy. But
He's a light dude, yeah.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check now.
12 was my low one.
Yeah, So the good news is you scooped him up, buddy. You did it. You little halfling self, you scooped him up. But as you scoop him up, you kind of trip on his robes, and the two of you now, this is definitely a viral video because now the two of them are like, oh god, as they start like rolling together in this space in the tunnel, just over and over again.
Dryer.
In the dryer.
That's why you don't wear robes.
This
That's why you don't wear robes.
No capes.
No capes. Aurelis, you're on one end. Kat and Rosie, you're on the other, watching this travesty happen.
I'm going to.
Some help, please.
I would like to Misty step through it.
Perfect. Now, Aurelis, you're on the right side of this thing. It's going to pick up in speed a little bit.
Oh no.
As Aurelis transports through to the other side. So Bob and Yereban, give me another acrobatics check to see if you can just stumble, fumble, bumble, rolling in the dryer towards the end.
Can I throw my rope towards
21.
to see if it can help stabilize? Oh, okay, maybe not.
21 for Yereban.
18.
18 for Bob. Yeah, I think you should take your rope. It's funnier to me as you throw it.
Yeah.
I got it. They stumble out. Both of you give me a D4, please. This is as you take just a tiny little bit more of fumbling, bludgeoning damage. Two points of bludgeoning. Yereban, 2 more points.
I got 3 for me.
3 points as something I never thought would be too painful turned out to be kind of painful. As you guys traverse to the other side, 2 points of oof damage. Yes, may say. As you do that, you make your way out to the other side, and before you is the door to the mirror maze. The door is covered in sharp, broken shards of glass. It's somehow glued to the wood. It's flanked by a brilliantly lit neon orange sign reading "Walls of Glass." There is a smaller, sort of discolored, crumbled paper sign taped to the wall above a little container of garbage. It just looks like people were throwing things away before they entered into the maze. And there's a little like paper sign that looks like crumbled up around the edges. It's hard to read.
I'm gonna grab the paper sign.
Okay.
And try to, and I'm gonna go to read it.
Yeah, it just says in common, no drinks allowed.
Says something about drinks.
What about drinks?
Well, there's a long word at the end. There's a long word at the end. It's like no drinks. I don't know what the last one is.
Okay, I'm gonna take the paper from him.
I'm not that smart. Okay, just read it.
Okay, so I grab the paper from him and I just read. Oh, it says no drinks allowed. So nobody has drinks, right?
Well, I mean, I've got water in my bag.
Okay, well, it says no drinks allowed. So, but usually water's allowed. So.
Yeah, it's just water. It's not like I'm gonna get a mess on it. I'm not gonna drink it in the room.
We all tend to work or have been around theme parks that we have seen this conversation take place. Like all of us have been privy to like, well, I mean, we can probably bring the water bottle in, right? Like they're not gonna say anything if we bring the water. They might. It says no drinks. Maybe we should pour it out. No, it'll be fine. Like.
What am I gonna do with the bottle? Just leave it here on the floor and just trash the place? That's not.
Drink it all.
There's no trash can here. But then what do I do with the bottle? Just throw it on the floor and litter? That's not right. I'm just gonna leave I'm just gonna leave the can. I'm just gonna leave it in my bag. We'll be fine. I'm not gonna bring it out to drink anything. I'm not.
I think perhaps you should keep the sign and put it down.
Put down the sign?
No, put down the water.
I guess I'll go in my
Drink
bag
all of my water.
Get all my water out.
You're gonna pour the water
What about
out?
the rations? Do I need to get the rations out too?
It just says no drinks. I don't see anything about food.
Fine. I poured my canteen out on the floor.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna drink all of mine and then like put it back.
Okay. You've solved my water puzzle. That was the trick. Who is going to reach forward and open the door into the mirror maze?
I think first we should all maybe tie ourselves together with rope or something like that, because this place is really tricky.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have those sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, with my rope then that I already had out anyway, what I'd like to do is I'd like to make 5 loops, because what I want people to be able to do is put their hands through it, but get their hands out if they have to. So we're not like tied.
Okay.
So that we can get out of it easily, but we can hold on to the loop.
This is
So
more
we can get out and there's the party. That makes sense.
the elementary school, like we're taking a field trip, everybody hold on to the rope.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're not like stuck and we have to run and we're tripping and stumbling and all tied together.
Okay. You all take a little bit of time to establish that. Because we're establishing that, I need a marching order, please. Who is taking the lead in the mirror maze?
I mean,
everyone, not at once. Please calm down.
You probably don't want me to, but I'll be happy to.
I'm torn between someone who's got a high AC and also someone who can see things that aren't there.
Oh, I have neither of those qualities.
Neither do I.
How about
Well,
this?
you have.
Okay. Aurelius has the right idea. OOC, Aurelius has the right idea here. But you all, I don't think one person possesses both of those qualities. So here is the deal. Is it better for you to have somebody there that has a higher AC or that can take a beating, or is it higher to have somebody that's a little bit more perceptive and see the unseen and notice patterns?
I might have a spell that can help us.
I have
Like,
a bunch of spells.
I can lead us through this, but it'll be blindly just walking around corners and see what happens.
She can cast light on stuff.
Can I tell you my idea that I have?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I have a spell. It's a 4th level spell called Faithful Hound.
I have that too.
This is I conjure a phantom watchdog in an unoccupied space that I can see within range where it remains for the duration until you dismiss it in an action or until you move more than 100 feet away from it. This hound is invisible to all creatures except you and can't be harmed. But when a small or larger creature comes within 30 feet of it, without first speaking the password that I give to him, the hound starts barking loudly so we would know something's there.
So you're putting the hound at the front or the back?
It'd be in the front. It's invisible. Only I can see it.
You're going to put the invisible dog in the mirror maze?
Yes, but because it can be alerted if there's a creature within 30 feet of it.
Yes, absolutely.
And it also can attack too when we're in if we get into a fight.
All right. Are you casting the spell?
Does that sound right to everyone? It'll be my.
I mean, I think you're gonna have to take the lead because no one else is gonna be able to follow it.
I mean, I could see as long as he's within 100 feet of me, I think it's fine. And if I get,
but I mean, you'll have to tell him.
If you're in
where
front of
we're
me, I can see over you, Bob. So it's fine.
That's true.
Right, but are you just gonna steer me around?
Yes.
I won't be able to follow anybody.
I can also create a tiny servant.
I'm sorry, what? Like a little mini butler? Like, what is this?
Let me say it. You touch one tiny non-magical object that isn't attached to another object or surface that isn't being carried by another creature. The target animates and sprouts little arms and little legs, becoming a creature under your control until the spell ends or it drops a tiny
Animate object.
Please do the eyeball. Please do the eyeball.
Exactly what I was thinking. You can command the creature if it's within 120 feet of you. Issue simple general command. Yeah.
All right. What are we doing, kids?
What about sending feebles?
Can the eyeball ride the dog?
I can also. We can't see into the maze at all. Like we can't see the layout. Like if it has a roof or anything like that.
The door so far has not been opened.
Okay, so it's a wall with a door.
There is it's almost like a long passageway, and in front of you is a wooden door with shards of glass sticking off of it.
I think the hound, and there's also unseen servant and the little tiny servant. So if we want to send something in or to go in front of us, we have plenty of options.
Yes.
My point is, I feel like the person who's leading this should be one who could actually find their way through a maze.
I like finding my way through mazes. I'm just not very good at it. But I'll do it.
Is that more of like a survival thing, or like an intelligence thing, or like a?
Well, I'm not great at either of those things, but I could bring some pixies back. I mean, granted, the last 8 I brought died, but I could bring some more.
I mean, we could always just do it my way, and we'll just go through and I'll break all the mirrors as we pass them, and then we'll know where we've been and where we're going.
I think that's a great idea.
That's how Bob would get through a mirror maze. Like that's how if Bob got stuck in a mirror maze, he would just break everything around him, so he'd know where he's been and where he hasn't been.
So smart.
No, don't tell
That's
him
how you
that.
don't get lost. That's how you don't get lost in a mirror maze. You just destroy all the mirrors.
That's the point.
I'm gonna grab Kat and Rosie and pull them to the side and be like, can we not encourage these bad behaviors that we've talked about with you?
He's breaking them for the children.
Do you hate
What
children?
No, he's breaking them to save the children.
Quote of the night: he's breaking them for the children.
Okay, we
Can
need
you
to not
explain why it's a bad idea?
because we don't know what these mirrors can do.
Exactly.
Well, if we
Everything,
break one,
everything
we'll
in
find
this,
out.
everything in this place has been pretty bad. I feel if we break a mirror, which also is bad luck for at least 7 years, whoever breaks the mirror. And Bob's already got enough bad luck in his life. Let's not make it.
Only if you're superstitious.
I think we should all consider that we're tied together now at this point. So if you do something stupid, we're all going to suffer for it. You've laughed too many times in the face of death, and eventually it's going to laugh at you.
I'm not suggesting this is our course. I'm just saying that's how I would go about it. So I'm suggesting that someone else take the lead on this.
Alternatively, we smear something on the mirrors as we go through, and then they'll
I
be
don't
marked
think
up,
we
and
should
then they
touch
can be
the mirrors
cleaned.
at all.
I wouldn't touch them.
No.
I mean, I could just like lick my hand and then wipe it on the mirror, and it'll like smudge up the mirror, but then we'll know where we went.
Oh my god.
My germs.
That looks like a good idea to me.
My germs.
I mean, we're not breaking the mirrors, and they
I
can't
don't
be
think-
cleaned, but we'll remember where we went. We just walk through the maze going.
I don't think touching's a good idea.
Bob will be honest. If it came down to cleaning an entire funhouse worth of mirrors because of fingerprints, or just not having a job because the mirrors are all broken, he'd rather not have a job.
So better to break him, is that what you're saying? I get that. That makes sense. Guys, that makes so much sense.
I mean, someone's gonna have to come clean up all the fingerprints. That's just like that's a
Aurelius,
lot of
can you-
work.
Help me out here.
So break the mirrors or smudge up the mirrors with our saliva.
Or may come up with something else, maybe.
Or our servant or faithful hound could be leading the way.
That sounds very
And-
responsible.
I think we should summon the hound.
Okay. So then
You
I'm
guys-
gonna summon my faithful hound.
What is your faithful hound's name?
That would be Minerva.
Minerva, the faithful hound, is summoned.
Yes.
An invisible hound that only Yerbin can see, but you are all used to the sounds that echo in the space in front of you as the hound is manifested.
I'm trying to pet him right now. It's like
I was gonna ask. I was like, we can't see it, but can we pet it?
So I go over to my faithful hound, Minerva, and I say, all right, Minerva, you're going to lead us in this way, all right? Now, this is the password that if nobody speaks it to you, you let us know if there's somebody ahead. The password is... Damn it. Sorry, I got a little distracted by Rosie back there. The password is...
I ain't no hoochie mama.
Quiet, Bob. It's Kingdom Hearts.
What is that?
Oh my god, you nerd. I say as I celebrate 1,000 followers in my D&D stream. So the password is Kingdom Hearts. Minerva gives a woof, and looks very much at attention, prepping and almost getting somewhat low to the ground as it stares at the door, its ears involuntarily moving.
What kind of dog is it?
What kind of dog is this, Erebin?
This is a basset hound.
Yes!
Oh my god. Yep. But it's a big old basset hound. Looks like a basset hound, but it's built like a mastiff. So it's big. It's a big old boy. Go puppers boy. All right. Minerva is leading the way.
And then I'm directing Bob because I put him in front of me.
Okay. It goes Minerva, Bob, Urban,
I'll go.
Rosie,
I'll go.
Aurelis, and picking up the rear is Cat. Okay? I imagine, Bob, you reach forward, being very, very careful not to accidentally bump Minerva as you open the door into the mirror maze. Bob, as you reach your hand forward, all of you hear a small giggle pick up in the air around you as the lights begin to dim a tiny bit. That giggle builds and builds until full-blown laughter seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, bouncing off the walls, echoing in the small space. But as soon as Bob places his hand upon the doorknob, the laughter abruptly stops.
I take my hand off. Does the laughter start again when I take my hand off?
It does not.
Alright, then I'll open the door.
The door is opened into the sprawling mirror maze in front of you. You are privy to the reflections around you that paint a almost nightmarish view of each of you. The floor in front of you is a very distinct color. The floor currently is blue. And as you look at the blue floor in front of you, as you look up at the mirrors, all of you look fat. You look big old, you look short and squat. As these mirrors tend to push you downward and sort of widen you a bit, as if you were in a funhouse.
We're already halflings, so we're still small.
You're still small, you're just bigger. The lights in this room are somewhat different. The regular sort of soft, warm light from outside is not in this space. This space has red, blue, and green lights that seem to shut on and off and reflect all throughout the space. In parlance that I think you can understand, think that one house every Halloween Horror Nights.
Thank you.
Okay?
Right now,
Okay.
are they all doing all the colors, or are they all blue, and that's why the floor looks blue?
Nope. It is a like red, blue. What did I say? Red, blue.
But like all
green.
red come on together, and then all yellow, and then all blue, or they're blinking with different ones
No,
at different
right
times?
now the interval is soft, so it's all red, all blue, green, red, blue. The floor stays that blue color, but the lights all around change.
Is there a pattern?
It repeats over and over: red, blue, green, like a.
Are reflections changing?
You're. Give me a perception check, Arelis.
That is good perception. That is a 17. Wait,
Yeah.
yes, 17.
It's hard to see because, as far as I know, Bob has not walked into the space, but you're a little bit taller. You are not in the maze. The door is just open. Your reflection does not change.
Okay, so it doesn't change with the lights. Like we don't look not fat in a different light.
I'm trying to say this in a kind way. Yes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You look fat in every light, is what he's trying to say.
No, I'm trying to say the perception check that you've made, Ben. The perception check that you've made is giving you insight into what this maze appears to be without you stepping foot into the maze.
Oh, okay.
You are not currently surrounded by mirrors. You are outside of this space. No one has walked inside of the maze yet.
Does it look like there's a ceiling?
From your vantage point, yes. The ceiling also appears to be mirrored.
The ceiling?
The ceiling also appears to be mirrored.
Ceiling above us. We can't like see up into like space.
Yeah. Ben, go ahead and give me a death saving throw. Not Bob, just Ben. He shall be missed.
Bye, Ben.
Hope you find your dad.
I never found my dad.
That's the next one, Jack. The search for Bob's dad. Also named Bob.
So-
Bob the Less Furious.
Bob doesn't know whether he should go forward or not because he can't see a dog, and so he's just standing around like, So now what?
I haven't directed my dog to go in yet, so. Are you guys ready to go in? Is this? Oh wait, we're ready.
Perhaps
Steam ahead.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys know. Don't touch the mirrors.
Perhaps before we all go in all at the same time, we should see what happens if someone does see their reflection, because I can create darkness around us completely if seeing our reflections is a bad thing.
Okay. Minerva.
All right, I'll walk in and I'll look in a mirror.
All right, I'll set Minerva in.
Minerva walks in, followed by the rest of the group. As the last individual walks in, which is Kat, that door is going to close of its own accord, forming a mirror surface, causing the light in the space to reflect at odd angles all throughout. And it's weird. As that door closes, another one opens somewhere. But no, as that door closes, you see a long hallway where that door once was. And it's hard to tell if that is a reflection or if there indeed now is a long hallway behind you. Who is studying their reflection in the mirror?
I'm looking down.
I am, because I'm vain.
Rosie, Kat, Arelis, Bob.
I look.
All of you give me perception checks.
If we're not looking into our reflections?
If you are looking at your reflections.
I'm looking straight down at the ground.
Okay,
Second.
Yeruben and Arelis, the high int characters, are looking down at the ground. The rest of our characters are looking, and I
8.
appreciate you playing your strengths. Bob, Kat, and
8.
Rosie. Bob, with an 8, you don't notice anything different about your reflection. It looks just the same handsome-looking halfling.
10.
Got a 19.
Oh, thank you.
Kat, yeah, you don't see much difference in your reflection either. As the Patchwork Circus begins to walk into the maze, led by Minerva, the trusty hound, Bob not too far away, Rosie, you glance off to the side, staring just at the mirror really quickly to check out your reflection. And as you do, your reflection, you're looking at your hair, you're looking at your makeup, and your reflection winks at you. And that is where we are going to end tonight's adventure. And we will pick up next week, right in the heat of the mirror maze.
I cannot stress to you that mirrors are my greatest fear the way clowns are your greatest fear.
Are they really?
I watched the movies Mirrors at a very young age over like the side of the couch, and so I got so scared of mirror people.
Oh, I'm really sorry to say this. It's only going to get worse from here, because it gets bad. Guys,
oh no!
We are ending the stream at the perfect number. Not to say please don't. If anybody else is watching and you want to follow, I support that. We are ending at 1,042 followers for Indigo Camellia. 42 being the magic number. I wouldn't say no to 1,069. Nice. But that is the next nice. But I cannot thank you all enough, everybody. A special.
But, I mean, how many is that tonight? What were we at when we started the night?
I don't remember, but it was
About
a lot.
90
Yeah.
or so.
That's crazy.
Close to
90
100.
subscriptions just tonight.
I want to do a huge shout
That's
out.
insane.
We actually get to go now, and we're going to visit. Chubby Kobold Gaming is actually playing over on Total Tabletop right now, and is playing the rat. Like there's literally a rat there. So we're gonna go raid over there and say hello and give thanks and just say wonderful things to them too.
Yeah, we're gonna do blast on Twitter and Insta and Facebook, and we're gonna have a big giveaway now that we've hit 1,000. So we've got some coins.
So we get to level up, right?
Getting the 1K coins printed.
Before next adventure, go ahead and level up your characters, please. You are now level 9 and all of the features that entails. Because you are the special ones whose stream hit 1,000. So everybody, I cannot thank you enough. Captain Slaymore, I know you had a hand in this. So thank you. For everybody that donated bits, everybody that was just a part of tonight, and you, the players. Let's all go share the love, please. One more. Oh, thank you, Coffee. Let's go. Let's do the Indigo raid and give them all the love they deserve. So we love you guys. Indigo Connect. We'll see you all very, very soon. And hey, thanks for being a part of our patchwork. We love you. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.